Morning.
What up, my duders and dudettes? Welcome back to the Christine Choate Westpoint extravaganza. Sit back and enjoy the video. I would start with some home chores. First up is collecting food supplies, preferably fresh caught food for the experience. I caught a school of fish and immediately get to prepping and cooking them. Moreover, I add fresh vegetables from my garden to start making soups and stews. This will provide me with warm and fulfilling meals along with the cooking experience. In addition to the meal prep, I boil tainted water I collected from my water coolers. Finally, I end the day in my sleeping bag. In the morning, I check my vegetable garden for blooming crops. If you didn't know, there's multiple stages of growth in which they can be harvested. All that matters is that you harvest them at the seed-bearing stage if you want to grow more crops. Otherwise, harvest them at an earlier stage if you really need the food. The more you know. Now I check on my generator's fuel level before I head out in the spiffle van. As my tires tread on the dirt road, I notice the vegetation has taken over. This would severely slow me down, so I will have to take the main roads from now on. I didn't have any immediate needs, so whatever I could gather in town would suffice, including fresh corpses. I didn't find anything in the houses I looted, but I did dismantle the TVs for experience. In one house with a broken door, I walk in and the alarm goes off. I would like to take a moment to say that I'm baffled with how they are still working with the power grid offline. I was not afraid of a large horde gathering, the opposite really. I was more than ready for such an event, so I continue as usual. When darkness arrived, I took shelter in the home I looted and slept. The next day was more of the same, looting houses. However, I did come across a burnt down house which was interesting to look at. Next, I took a taxi car in front of the convenience store with me. While I was nearby, I take the leftover scrap materials I left at the school and deconstruct what remained. When I finished, I was level 6 metalworking and level 8 carpentry, almost a master craftsman. I just need to read more books for experience boosts before I continue my skill grind, so I head back to base. Nothing too exciting when I got home. I just emptied the van of stuff into their proper receptacles, except the corpses. I just dumped those on the driveway to collect the maggots. In the morning, I drank some soup I left out to thaw while I slept.
Delicious.
When I picked through the corpses, I found a gun case on the body. It had multiple pistols, which had me very excited. I didn't know they could spawn in like that. Awesome. The rest of the day was spent sorting through stuff, putting the clothes on the racks, rotten food in the compost bin, and the guns in the armory. I spent the next couple days just tending to the base before I suit up again and head out. This time around, I would go deeper into the more populated side of Westpoint. I went to the Gigamart again to loot it for food and other stuff I could possibly use. It was a breeze killing the outside roamers and breaking in. After I plundered the shelves of everything, I set up a sleeping bag in the van interior and go to sleep. The next morning, I decided to do something dangerous. I saw a service car in the parking lot and turned on its siren before diving back into the Gigamart. As I waited, I disassembled the Gigamart and reached the max level for carpentry. I was now master of wood.
Stop it. Get some help.
When I go outside, I see massive amounts of undead around the service vehicle. It was time to clean up the parking lot.
That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
In the end, Christine emerged the victor. She set up a fire in the early morning chilly breeze. In that moment, she had a victory warm meal and a smoke. When I continued my drive, I found a generator in the parking lot. This one's a mobile generator, so I would take it just in case. I then stopped by a self-storage lot. I wasn't sure what I could find here, but that just makes the adventure more exciting. I dispatched lurkers inside with no problems. The small clusters were no match for Christine. The storage units themselves had nothing of interest, just miscellaneous items and furniture. As I was heading back to my van, I encountered a couple of undead lurking, easy to pick off. I rushed to the spiff event and pedaled to the metal, zoomed straight back to bass. I frantically look around to make a vaccine. The clock was ticking. It was no use. I didn't have all the recipes unlocked, nor did I have the first aid skill to craft them. It was doomed from the start. Not enough time for any of that. The sickness was already incubating and the symptoms were showing. Nothing I could do but just end it all. No, this was not gonna be Christine's end. She's not going out a coward. If she was gonna die, she was gonna take as many as she can with her. I load up with whatever ammo and weapons I had left, hop in the patrol car, and punch it. I mowed through the streets, reducing any undead to mush with my car. Vehicular manslaughter. As I got closer to the heart of the city, I turned on my siren, and it was lights on, baby. It was time for the final battle. Thanks so much to everyone that watched the series. I had a blast playing, recording, and editing it into a fun series. If you enjoyed content such as this, I have plans drawn up for another Project Zomboid series. However, I plan on mixing up things for next week. Subscribe and click that bell icon to see what I have in mind. Until then, take care, my duders and dudettes.